Hello, welcome back. My name is Marvin Kilborn, retired public school teacher. This video is going to be about teacher certification programs. You'll notice I didn't say teacher preparation programs, as there really is no such thing as a teacher preparation program. Where you truly learn how to teach is once you find a teaching job and get put into the classroom all by yourself, and you learn to teach trial and error, sink or swim method. Teacher certification programs in no way prepare you to do that. But it's just a requirement for those people that get a degree in education. Their teacher certification is part of that 4-year baccalaureate program. For those of us that got degrees in real things other than education, something that's actually useful in the real world other than public education, if you later decide you want to become a teacher, you have to enroll and complete a teacher certification program, usually called an alternative teacher certification program. I live in Texas. At present, there are over 200 of these teacher certification programs. With so many opportunities, so many avenues to become a teacher, you wouldn't really think we would have a teacher shortage. But we do, especially in the fields of science, math, and special education. I just retired as a high school math teacher. This is January as I record this. I retired officially the end of December, but I've been on leave since the 1st of October. Believe it or not, these positions can be so hard to fill that here it is. I left in October. My students, my former students, as of this date, still do not have an actual certified high school math teacher in there teaching them Algebra 1. They've had nothing but a series of substitutes come in there and take attendance and manage their behavior. Not a pretty picture, not a good testament for the professionalism surrounding this profession of public education. I want to talk a little bit about some of the classes that I had to do as part of my certification program. They're really, really simple. It seems to me it's mostly just about the money. The state has determined that this profession, they want to try to treat it like it's a real profession, like doctor or lawyer or something. So there's always this ongoing continuous education to lend some kind of validity to the profession. And part of that is the certification program. I've got my transcript. Let me tell you about some of the classes that I took. They're all really simple. I got nothing but A's and A pluses in these things. It's just a matter of showing up, taking notes, take a test, pass, move on. My first class was something called Measurement in Education. And what that had to do with learning how to write measurement tools. Most people call them tests. So learning how to write and give and grade tests. Another one was Foundations of Education. All this really was just the history of education in America. Not sure how valid that is. I certainly never used any of this. It didn't make me a teacher. Human Growth and Development. That was studying a man named Piaget. He was a guy who observed his own children growing up. Came up with all these theories on human growth and development just by observing how his own children behaved, the different stages that they went through as they were growing up. All teachers have to study this guy. Educational psychology, basically how the experts believe we learn and retain information. Principles of teaching, this is just different teaching methods. Procedures, how we teach, how we learn. Material and methodology. This was just a class where me and my classmates through one college term would sit and write lessons on whatever topics, whatever subjects we were planning to teach. And we presented these lessons to each other from the front of the classroom. Not hard. And then once I retired from the Air Force, as I mentioned in another video, that's when I was able to do my observation and practicum and my student teaching. Again, observation and practicum was just a college semester spent sitting in another classroom, a real teacher at a public school, watching this person teach. I did have to teach one single lesson, and for that lesson, my college professor had to come in and evaluate me and grade me and determine whether or not I was on the right track towards becoming a teacher. Not sure anybody actually fails this step. I would have a hard time believing they did. I certainly didn't. And finally, student teaching. Of all the things you do in a certification program, student teaching comes the closest to actually preparing you, even though it doesn't really. But at least you spend a whole college semester at a high school, in my case, a high school, under a seasoned teacher who essentially is mentoring you. So you're watching this teacher teach, seeing how they go through their normal daily routine. And towards the end of it, I had to spend one whole week teaching his class. So you're teaching under the best conditions because the teacher's actually in there. The students are used to that teacher. The teacher's there the whole time you're teaching. So you're never placed in any real danger. The students aren't going to be disrespectful to you. They're certainly not going to treat you the way they're going to treat you when you actually become a real teacher and try to make your own way in the classroom. My opinion, public education has this whole system flipped upside down, and in later videos I'm going to be talking about retention rates, how long teachers actually last in this profession. It's not pretty. So what I think we ought to be doing is, for anybody that thinks they want to be a teacher, there ought to be some mechanism for a school, a district, to hire the person on a short-time basis, 6 weeks, maybe a semester. Let them get in there and actually be all by themselves, teaching the students, writing lessons, seeing what it's really going to take to become a teacher, because they're going to learn that classroom management and behavior, that's the biggest obstacle. You spend more of your time just trying to maintain control of your classroom just so that you can teach, dealing with parents, dealing with administrators. It's just all the realities of actually being a teacher. I think if more people were able to experience the realities of being a teacher before actually enrolling in a program, they probably would decide, I don't want to do this, which I think is exactly why we don't do it that way in America. We have a hard enough time finding and keeping teachers as it is without running them off before they ever get a chance to become one. That's my opinion. For watching my videos, I appreciate it. If you subscribe if you'd like to, it's fine, it's up to you. Keep coming back. I'm hoping you're finding these videos useful. Have a great day. Bye-bye.